All teams, listen up. This the Pirates house. Y'all done made a mistake. Turn around. Go home. Be well. We gonna beat you like you stole something and take your lunch. I want your tuna, your ham sandwich, your milk, whatever you brought, your Capri Sun. Call the police, call the priest, call your mama. Call your sister, your brother, your auntie, whoever, because it ain't gonna help. You in the Pirates house tonight. Parents, please take the kids outside. You don't want to see this. It ain't gonna be pretty. You don't want none of this. It's gonna get ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. It's game time, boy. Pirates basketball is next. Pirates basketball is next, baby.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alumni Arena on the campus of Armstrong Atlantic State University for the final game of the 2008 calendar year for your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates and the final game of the 2008 Spring Hill Suites Midtown New Year's Classic. Chad Jackson joined by Joel LeCurve to bring you the action today, and it should be a good one as the Pirates match up with the Wingate University Bulldogs in a region matchup, the new Southeast region. These two teams actually met 2 years ago in the regional. Wingate won that matchup en route to an Elite Eight berth, and so the Armstrong Atlantic State Pirates looking for just a little measure of revenge, Joel.
And in 2001, Wingate put us out again, led by Junior Harrington of the NBA for the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Hornets. In 2001, Wingate put Armstrong out as well.
Wingate has dominated this series of late, and actually overall, as the Bulldogs have won 6 out of the 7 matchups between these two teams in school history. But some changes for Wingate, a new head coach, the former head coach at Queens, Brian Good, now at the reins of the Bulldogs, and they have really struggled this year. They've been very streaky. They lost 3 to begin the year, won 5 in a row, but they've now lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, new coach, new system, new recruiting context. Wingate's old coach had a lot of recruiting contacts, and he always had players, and they spread you out, and they always had good guards. So new coach, new system. If they're a lot like Queens, they're probably a lot more half court and run a lot more sets. So new coach, new system, new look for Wingate.
Yesterday, Wingate lost to Georgia College 85-78 in a game that Wingate led early on, led 17-4 at one point. But Georgia College came back, won with the threes, and Georgia College ended this tournament 2-0 as they defeated West Virginia Wesleyan earlier today, 69-54.
And that makes 3 years in a row Georgia College has now left the Spring Hill Suites New Year's Classic with a 2-0 record. So I know Coach Sellers doesn't mind coming back next year.
Absolutely not. 6-0 in 3 years straight, coming to Savannah for New Year's and coming away with the victories. Let's look at the starting lineups first for the Wingate Bulldogs. They're led by their 6'2" senior point guard, DeMario Maddox. He was 1 assist and 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double yesterday. He had 11 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. The 9 assists a career high in that game against the Bobcats. The 2 guard is Jamie Vaughn, a 6-foot freshman from McDonough, Georgia. The forwards, Ben Davis, 6'5" sophomore from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And David Johnson, a 6'7" junior from Durham, North Carolina. And the center is a 6'6" senior from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Kenny Valines, who averages 9.6 and 7.4 rebounds per game. For your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates, same starting lineup for head coach Jeff Burkhammer this season. T.T. Hall, Gabriel Robinson, the backcourt, Calvin Wilson, Dwight Tolbert, the forwards, and then you can't say enough about the job Brian Moultrie did yesterday. 23 points, 19 rebounds, which is the Alumni Arena record, as well as a Peach Belt Conference record, 14 offensive rebounds yesterday in the win over West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, he did a nice job on the offensive glass and defensive glass. And all year he's done a great job inside rebounding on both ends of the floor. He's done a great job defensively. He just had trouble finishing it around the rim. He started finishing last night. Let's see if that trend continues. If Brian can start finishing in tight, in close, he gets an extra weapon offensively. And with Calvin Wilson shooting the perimeter 3 and that trail spot more specifically, if Calvin Wilson can hit that trail 3 and Moultrie can finish inside, Armstrong's offense is much more effective.
One interesting note, the record that Moultrie broke from the Peach Belt offensive rebounds was 13. Juan Wiley of USC Aiken, coached by Jeff Burkhammer while at Santa Fe Community College.
And coached by Coach Franklin when he was at USC Aiken. So there's the pipeline, because Juan Wiley went from Santa Fe to USC Aiken, and Coach Franklin brought him with him. So there it is. It's keeping the family, right?
That's right. Armstrong Atlantic as currently 7-1. Wingate, as we told you earlier, 5-6, riding a 3-game losing streak. They shot well again on the floor against the Bobcats, 46.7%, as well as 46.7% from three-point range. But 28 turnovers really cost the Bulldogs against the Bobcats, and that's something that you have to think the Pirates are going to look to get some pressure on the ball handlers for Wingate and create some turnovers, create some points in transition.
Yeah, Coach Burkhammer, last 4 games start out in this full-court man-to-man pressure, and then trapping the first pass sometimes. So see if he stays in it. Another thing to watch for early in this game is the outside shooting stroke of T.T. Hall. He's a streak shooter. When he's going, he's going. When he's not, he's not. And he had a rough shooting night last night. See if he can get back on track tonight.
Hall shooting just 30% from three-point range. That was up around 45% at the beginning of the year, so he has been ice cold from beyond the arc. However, the job that Karan McKenzie has done from three-point range has really picked up the slack. He is shooting 48.5% from three-point range, and he's made 9 of his last 18, so right at 50% for McKenzie here in the month of December.
Yeah, Karan's more of a pure shooter, and a pure shooter usually doesn't go into a slump. He's a pure shooter. His release is the same every time, so there's be a lot more consistency with Karan's shot. But TT's quicker. TT can get his shot off better. He's a streak shooter. TT can give you points in bunches.
Wingate being announced, the starters to the Alumni Arena crowd. The Bulldogs in their white uniforms. We switch it up just so no teams have to do laundry here this week. Wingate will be the road team on the scoreboard, but they are wearing their white uniforms with blue numerals and black trim. Armstrong Atlantic will be in their maroon uniforms tonight with black numerals and white trim. And the Pirate starters being announced to the Alumni Arena crowd right now. This is the last non-conference game for the Pirates, so it's key that it's also a region game, because once you get in the conference, there are no non-region games. Every game is crucial when you look towards the Southeast region rankings, and we'll get those first rankings in about a week and a half when we get back into the new year.
Yeah, this isn't a conference game, but it's just as important due to it being a region game.
The Georgia College win over West Virginia Wesleyan, the only men's game in the league so far today, but plenty of action around the league today. You've got Augusta State, who came off a last-second winner over Catawba yesterday. They're at Lenore-Rhine. That game is at 4 o'clock. Valdosta State is at Columbus State tonight at 7 o'clock. And then USC Aiken at Florida Southern for another tough matchup. The Pacers went down yesterday by 11 points to St. Joseph's out of Indiana. Also, Lincoln Memorial is at Georgia Southwestern for a Peach Ball Conference matchup.
Just coming out here, Wingate looks a little undersized, so see if we don't establish a post-up game early like we did yesterday. See if we can't get Brian and Calvin some touches on the box.
Tallest player on the roster for Wingate listed at 6'7". So the Pirates have a little bit of a size advantage, especially when you bring guys like Duvall and Heathington off the bench.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'7", but he's not 6'7".
Wilson and Johnson jump the opening tip. Easy win by Wilson, and the Pirates have the basketball. And we are underway from here at Alumni Arena. T.T. Hall's going to drive, kick it off to Tolbert for a wide-open three. It's good.
Nice set coming out. They call that 35 cross. T.T. set the cross screen, popped up, drove hard with his right hand, Tolbert the corner. Nice execution.
Tolbert 38% from three-point range, but he had 6 against Concordia Selma a week and a half ago. Now Wingate. Ball's deflected. Johnson couldn't handle it. Steal for Robinson. Robinson 1-on-3, lays it up, misses the layup, and Calvin Wilson misses a follow. Wingate back the other way. Ball's deflected. Maddox, ball tipped, but it ends up in the hands of Ben Davis. They go inside to Johnson. Johnson on Wilson.
Good position D. Good position D.
In the paint, misses it off the back iron. Wilson with the rebound. Here come the Pirates. Robinson.
Post.
To Tolbert, looking inside for Moultrie. Now he'll drive, kick it off to Calvin Wilson. Tolbert puts it on the floor. Nice move. Goes up, lays it up, and he's fouled. Did not get it. No, now they say it's an offensive foul on Tolbert.
Nice head fake. Got the defender in the air. Drove her a little too deep. Probably should have pulled up from about 12 feet there.
Now we get an officials conference here, and now they are going to call it on Tolbert. Offensive foul. One official saw the block, one official saw the charge.
Yeah, he drove her just a little too deep there. Probably should have shot his pull-up.
He lost his man, but then the help defense providing the charge here. And Maddox has it for Wingate. Hands it off to Vaughn. Back to Maddox, inside to Johnson. Ball's deflected again, but the Bulldogs come away with it. A little bit sloppy.
Good solid man-to-man from Armstrong so far. That's it. Good contest. Tough shot there. Tough shot.
Lines with the jumper at the elbow, and it's 3-2. Armstrong Atlantic with the lead. Robinson drives, kicks it off to Tolbert for three. Good.
If he gets going, you're gonna be in trouble. He's a good player. He can get a shot off at any time. If he gets that three ball going, it could be a long night for Wingate.
Tolbert, the junior from Tifton, Georgia. It's taken him a little bit to get back into game shape after sitting out a year, but he has looked excellent from beyond the arc the last 3 games. Pirates have him trapped against the half court, but nice job to get out of traffic. Shot is no good by Valines, and then a rebounding foul by the Bulldogs. The Pirates will have it.
They're not trapping full court, but they're trapping half court, and the ball gets past the sideline. They're running their 100 goal or 50 goal, trapping the sideline, doing a good job rotating to the weak side there. Nice job. Good start for the Pirates.
A 30-second timeout. We told you that Wingate turned it over 28 times yesterday. They've been able to get out of some trouble here, but they don't look very comfortable with the basketball.
Well, the trap might not turn you over, but if the trap speeds you up and takes you out of your offense, then the trap's being effective. Trapping's not all about forcing turnovers, which is nice, but sometimes you speed a team up and it takes them out of their offense, and that's what you're seeing here.
Both teams exactly 50%. Armstrong Atlantic 2 of 4. Wingate 1 of 2. And Tolbert has all 6 points for the Pirates. We saw that yesterday with Brian Moultrie. Moultrie had the first 8 points for the Pirates in the win over West Virginia Wesleyan.
My whole saying is, it's not who scores it or how it gets done, as long as it gets done. That's just good team basketball. Find the hot hand there.
6-2 Pirates with the lead. Out of the 30-second timeout, Robinson works against Maddox.
All right, they're going to their cross again with Tolbert setting their cross screen now popping.
Moultrie
good post entry.
Lobs it in for Wilson. Wilson 1-on-4, and he lays it up and in. Good strong move to the basket.
Good strong post. Good post entry from who threw that in there? TT? I think TT
that
threw
was
that
Moultrie.
post. Moultrie, yeah, Moultrie on the post entry.
And then a ball goes out of bounds off of number 24, Davis. And a turnover for the Bobcats. Pirates have it.
Nice execution. Everybody's running the stuff, not trying to do too much, and find the open man. Doing a good job here early.
Robinson with it in his hands, guarded by Maddox. Screen by Wilson up high. Now Moultrie looking inside, kicks it out to Tolbert. Tolbert puts it on the floor. Bounce pass into Moultrie. Moultrie spins, hangs, shoots, hits.
Nice move. Nice move from Moultrie. If he can finish inside, that's going to give us an extra threat inside. That's going to go a long way for Peach Belt Conference play. We can be a real dangerous team. There's a trap again.
Half-court trap. Nice pass, but then off the hands of Johnson. And now they're going to say it's off the hands of...
The ball was tipped. The official missed that call.
And so it looked like it hit off of Wingate. Instead, they say it hit off of an Armstrong player.
Moultrie deflected it. Then the deflection, Wingate guy couldn't catch it and it went out of bounds, but they missed it. Oh, well. They're human, too.
So
line out of
Wingate
bounds here from Wingate.
Lob it out to Vaughn. Again, half-court trap by the Pirates, and a steal by Gabe Robinson gets it ahead of T.T. Hall. Hall, lob for Wilson, who lays it up and in. Now quickly back the other way.
Calvin didn't catch that. Claim the roof might have came off this place.
But there's that half-court trap resulting in some Pirate points in transition.
Good defense so far here. It's fun to watch here.
Davis with a shot in the paint, no good, and a rebounding foul on Robinson. He had a hold of Maddox's hip there. And it will be ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. 12-2, Pirates lead it. We are 3.5 minutes in here in the Spring Hill Suites Midtown New Year's Classic final game of the 2008 calendar year. Maddox lobs it out to Vaughn. Back around to Maddox. They're moving the ball quickly now. Long three-pointer for Vaughn, no good off the back iron.
That's what the Trap's doing. It's making them take shots out of their offense, quick shots. So the Trap's working.
Wilson with another rebound. He's got 4. And the Pirates on offense. Wilson fakes the 3. Now drives and is fouled.
Good call.
By, I believe that was Davis.
Good patience from Calvin. And we did a lot of work with Calvin last year in the offseason about dribbling with his left hand and using his opposite hand. It's a good ball fake, drove hard with his left hand, drew the foul there. Nice patience offensively from Calvin.
Second team foul on the Bulldogs, matches the 2 for Wingate. Robinson left wide open for 3, it's good.
Whoa!
First three-point attempt of the year, and he hits it, and it's 15-2, Pirates lead. Maddox drives, kicks it off, ball deflected off of the official, and the official's a dead ball as soon as it hits him. So it will stay with Wingate.
Looking great, real active defensively, flying around, talking, communicating. This looks good. They look good.
Maddox has it, left side right in front of us. Guarded by Robinson. Now Vaughn has it. Vaughn.
Good D. Great pressure
over to
here.
Coles, who just checked in. Now Davis drives the baseline. Shot too hard off the glass. Offensive rebound, though, for Coles. His shot is blocked by Moultrie, but a foul called. I think he got him on the hand, and Coles will go to the line and shoot 2.
Armstrong's doing a good job of pressuring the ball, but they're not pressuring so much where they're creating driving lanes for Wingate. They're pressuring the ball and containing the ball here at the same time. There's a fine line between pressuring the ball and also containing your man. Armstrong's doing a good job of that in the perimeter so far.
Number 5, Tommy Coles at the line. 11 of 16 from the free throw line this season. That's 69%. First free throw is straight through. Coles is a 6'7" senior from Danville, Virginia. Second free throw from Coles. Up and good. And a couple of subs in for Wingate. Chase Smith and Bradley Van Staldenen. Van Staldenen actually gave Wingate some good minutes yesterday in that game against Georgia College, a true freshman.
DeMario Maddox been quiet so far for Wingate.
He has been very quiet. Just 2 rebounds, no points, no assists. Tolbert inside, nice pass to Wilson, and Wilson is fouled going to the basket.
Little zone look there from Wingate. Got it to the wing, and Calvin flashed it up in there high, nice and high in the free throw line area from the opposite block. Nice job of attacking the zone there. It looks sharp. It looks sharp so far.
Wilson, 4 points, 4 rebounds, heads the line for the first time this afternoon. On the season, Calvin, 58.3%.
He's got his fingers spreading the ball. He's got his hands nice and wide. A nice soft touch there from Calvin.
First one good, second one good. 17-4. This is what Wingate's lead over Georgia College was yesterday. As there's a ball thrown out.
There's the traps.
And another turnover, 4th turnover for Wingate in the first 5 minutes of action. And we have reached our first media timeout of the first half. 14:58 to go until halftime. Armstrong Atlantic leads 17-4. Chad Jackson with Joel LaCurve back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong Atlantic, 6 of 8 from the floor, perfect from three-point range, perfect from the free throw line. And that is a true recipe for success as the Pirates lead at 17-4.
I don't know if we have any turnovers yet either. One turnover.
That was on the offensive foul by Tolbert.
Right. Little zone, little matchup zone. It's a matchup zone.
T.T. Hall drives off the glass, no good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, the pass fake froze the defender, and he got chopped across the arm there. Nice pass fake.
The quickness for the Pirates off the ball really seems to be giving Wingate problems because we saw Wilson get past his man and get fouled. Now T.T. Hall does the same thing.
Yeah, you go zone to try to eliminate drill penetration, and we still drove it, so that's a good sign there for Armstrong.
Hall's first free throw good. T.T. 81.6% on the season. Second free throw is no good. Rebound, Van Staldenen. Wingate with it. Drive by Davis. Kicks it off. Three-pointer by number 2. Smith is no good. Almost banked it in. Pirates have it. Wilson inside. Nice feed to Brian Moultrie, who puts it up and in.
Yeah, Moultrie and Wilson looking real good in that 4-5 tandem. That power forward, Sano tandem doing a good job playing off each other.
20-4, Pirates lead. Maddox right side. Out to Coles. Backdoor cut, goes right into the hands of Tolbert, and then Tolbert dribbled it off the feet of a Wingate player. T.T. Hall for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, though, comes down to Tolbert. He'll put up the three-pointer. It's no good.
That's too quick.
And the rebound comes down to Coles for Wingate. Probably the worst shot selection we've seen from the Pirates so far here in this first half. No reason for Tolbert to take that shot. But another turnover by Wingate gives it back to the Pirates. Robinson out to Hall for 3. No good. Rebound Coles. 2-on-1 break. Maddox lays it up, scores.
Slow down here. Let's get a shot. Relax.
Gets his first bucket of the game. It is 20-6. Pirates slow it down a little bit. 13:20 to go until the first half.
There's a cross action again. Now Calvin's popping.
Wilson drives, kicks it off to Hall. Back inside for Wilson. He had good position. No foul call. And then Moultrie grabbed the rebound, but he had to come down on Wilson, who was on the floor. Ended up traveling.
It's all right. Good effort.
And now the Pirates are going to bring in a couple of subs. Uriah Heathington and Marquise Duval check in for Wilson and Moultrie. Wingate has it with Maddox. Over to number 22, Larry Staley, who just checked in. Now a three-pointer on the way for Johnson is good.
Nice stroke from the big fella.
David Johnson, 45% from three-point range.
Yeah,
that's the first one he's attempted.
That's a good-looking stroke on him. Got to find him. He can shoot it.
And Wingate with a little mini run here. It was 20-4 at one point, but now it's 20-9. Robinson spins, hangs, kicks it off to Heathington at the elbow. Shot no good, but the tip by T.T. Hall flying in.
Pretty athletic move there.
He was in the air already when that shot was missed, just got enough to bank it in. And the Pirates lead at 22-9. Three-pointer by Staley, no good. Rebound Robinson. Robinson ahead to Tolbert for 3 in transition, good.
That looks good. Good hard push by Gabe. Found God. Tolbert on the wing. Tolbert got a nice dribble, got his feet underneath him, a nice clean release there. Way to take your time.
3 3-pointers for Tolbert. 25-9 is the lead for Armstrong. Trap again, but this time Staley misses the layup, but Maddox is there with the tip.
Duval, after the trap there, Duval's going to sprint back and get an offside rebound position. He just stood.
Heathington in the paint for 2. Friendly shooter's roll is good.
He's got a soft touch. His 15 to 18-foot jump shot's pretty good.
And 30-second timeout for Wingate head coach Brian Good here, who doesn't see much good from his team as they lead at the Pirates lead at 27-11. Other than the little stretch of about 2 minutes where the Pirates were a little impatient on offense, Pirates will look very good offensively.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
56.3% from the floor are the Pirates, and 4 of 7 from three-point range. Wingate, 3 of 10 from the floor, 6 turnovers here in the first 8.5 minutes of this contest.
Got McKenzie in for T.T. Hall, Corliss in for Gabriel Robinson, and Tolbert stays.
So Zach Corliss will come in to run the point for the Pirates. It is Wingate basketball. Maddox to Johnson, back to Maddox. Ball's deflected, but Maddox gets it back. Now he goes in, lays it up, misses the layup. Heathington gets the rebound. Heathington.
You got numbers.
Very active defensively on that possession. Corliss goes in and commits the charge.
He's going to kick that diagonal. McKenzie was wide open there. You got to look to kick that. That's just freshman mistake there. He'll learn that.
Corliss, the freshman from Fletcher, North Carolina, works against Maddox here. As it's 27-11, Pirates lead, 11:04 to go in the first half. Again, the trap by the Pirates, and a foul called on Armstrong. That's going to be, I believe, McKenzie.
Yeah, Corliss actually fouled him, but they called it on McKenzie.
So Wingate inbounds it to Maddox. Again, the trap. Maddox throws it right to Marquise Duval. Tolbert for another three. No good, but there is Duval for the rebound and the putback.
Way to crash that off the weak side glass there, Marquise.
29-11. Pirates all over the Bulldogs early here. Maddox right side, lobs it in to Johnson, kicks it back out to Smith. Inside they go to Valine. Shot is good in the paint.
Nice move.
Little turnaround shot. Tolbert drives and kicks it off to McKenzie for three. No good. Rebound Valines.
Good look. The pass was a little low.
And then running in transition, Smith can't get the layup to go. Back the other way, Tolbert waits for his teammates to arrive. Shakes down Maddox. And then pass to Heathington, and Heathington is fouled. Something out of nothing there because Tolbert really drove in a little too deep.
Yeah.
The pass was deflected. Heathington did a good job just picking it up and getting a shot off.
Yeah.
Media timeout on the floor, 9:54 to go in the first half, 29-13 Pirates. Chad Jackson with Joel LaCurve back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong Atlantic leads at 29-13 and heading to the line for 2 free throws is senior Uriah Heathington. Heathington 8 of 14 from the line this season. The Middle Tennessee State transfer. Sights, shoots, and hits.
Soft touch from the big fella. Like I said, that 15 to 18-foot jump shot's a real good look for him.
Second free throw from Heathington is good as well. And the Pirates trap off the or full court pressure, and a foul called on T.T. Hall about 50 feet away from the basket. And that's going to be the 6th team foul on the Pirates. Johnson inbounds it to Smith. Now Vaughn will bring it up. Maddox out of the game right now for Wingate. So it'll be Vaughn running the point. Davis drives on Heathington, kicks it off to Valines. A lot of traffic, and Karan McKenzie comes up with a steal.
Nice hustle from Karan.
A lot of bodies crowding that paint, not a lot of room for any passes. And the Pirates forced the 8th turnover by Wingate so far today. McKenzie backs it out, spins, kicks it off. Tolbert for 3.
Duvall.
No good.
Duvall.
Oh, excuse me, that was Duvall. And a foul on McKenzie again in the backcourt. That's going to put the Bulldogs on the line. Duvall 0 for 2 this season from three-point range. Now it's 0 for 3. And then a foul by the Pirates puts Vaughn on the line, shooting 1 and 1. Jamie Vaughn misses the front end. He was 9 of 10 before that one. Heathington with the rebound. 31-13. Pirates with the big early lead. Tolbert dribbles left, looks right, back to T.T. Hall. Wide open for 3, no good. He can't buy one. Rebound comes right to Tolbert, and Tolbert drains it.
It's not sitting in T.T.'s hand, right? He's not comfortable shooting that thing right now.
Vaughn brings it up against Corliss. Looks left, hands off right. Johnson inside to Valines, drives on Heathington, hangs, shoots, misses. And the rebound tipped by Heathington, kept alive, settles into the hands of Zach Corliss. Corliss is almost whistled a foul there, but Corliss keeps it alive. Out to T.T. Hall. Hall drives, good first move, and puts it up and in, score the basket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, T.T. said that hard jab step, that hard jab step, fake left, going back right. This is patting and moving, it's quick. And Wingate's getting a taste of that right now.
Gabe Robinson back in for Corliss. Good minutes for the freshman at point guard. We saw yesterday head coach Jeff Burkhammer went to the full substitution, five in, 5 out. Today, just trying to piecemeal a little bit. He brought in the 2 forwards, now brought in Corliss. As Hall misses the free throw, ball's loose. Valines comes up with it for the Bulldogs. Valines drives, kicks it off to Johnson. Johnson over Heathington. Tough shot.
They're all out of whack. These traps really got them all out of whack.
And a rebounding foul on Wingate will give the ball to the Pirates. And now the Pirates are in the bonus, as that is the 7th team foul on Wingate. And so Tolbert heads to the line for 1 and 1.
Yeah, these traps worked exactly how Coach Burkhammer had planned it. Wingate's not running any offense. They're sped up. They don't know if the trap's coming or not. Spacing's bad, so they're all sped up offensively. Armstrong's defense is really dictating tempo here.
First free throw good for Tolbert, who's got 13, is the only player in double figures. In fact, he's the only player with more than 6 points for either team. Second free throw, no good. A rebound comes down to Valines. 37-13, all Pirates here in the first half. Vaughn to Davis, way out front. Ball deflected, goes right back to Davis. Over to Vaughn, 12 on the shot clock. Vaughn guarded by T.T. Hall. Gets a ball screen, now drives, hangs, shoots. It's blocked by Heathington, but Valines is there.
TT started cheating that screen. He's going to take him to the screen. He got crossed up right there. TT started cheating that screen a little too early.
So even though Heathington got a handle on the ball, it didn't alter it enough. Valines able to come in and Put it in. Back they go to Heathington. Over Valines for two, no good. Rebound. Tolbert puts it up and in.
Duvall.
Duvall.
Duvall. Good minutes from you, Heathington and Duvall off the bench at the 4 and 5 spots.
Absolutely. Duvall with 4 points. Heathington with 4 points off the bench. Again, the half-court trap. Ball's deflected. Pirates get a steal. T.T. Hall on the run. 3-on-1 break. And the flush by Tolbert.
There it is. That's good offense right there. Good offense there. T.T. lobbed it up to Dwight. It's a good 2-on-1 break. And the crowd's rocking in Alumni Arena.
41-15. And head coach Brian Good wants a timeout.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Coach Good. Good idea.
41-15, the Pirates all over the Bulldogs. It's a 30-second timeout, but really everything working for Armstrong Atlantic here, and a good sign for the Pirates as they head into Peach Bowl Conference play in just 6 days' time.
Yeah, by far the best they've looked all season. Now, I wasn't up there in West Virginia at that trip, but all their home games, by far the best they've looked.
And Coach Burkhammer said in our post game yesterday, he said, look, Wingate's probably the second best team we've played all year long.
Right.
On the way they look and the way that they've played this year. And obviously the best being USC Aiken, but the Pirates really taking it to the Bulldogs here early.
Now let's keep our focus level high, because we get big leads, kind of get complacent.
We saw that.
Stay focused and keep the pedal to the metal here.
We saw that yesterday in the game against West Virginia Wesleyan, a game which, by all rights, the Pirates should have won by about 20.
Right.
Ended up being a 12-point game at the very end. We're also going to keep an eye on Augusta State and Lenore-Rhine, just set for tip-off in Lenore-Rhine's Classic. Augusta State 6-1, escaping with a win yesterday over Catawba. And the Pirates will see them a week from Saturday in Augusta. A big week for the Pirates. They have to go to North Georgia, have Georgia Southwestern, a much improved Georgia Southwestern team at home, and then to Augusta State, all in the first week of 2008.
Yeah. Anytime Mike Leader's coaching Georgia Southwestern, they're going to have a puncher's chance. Those kids play hard for him.
Maddox out to Davis. Davis baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Heathington, and Heathington threw it right to Vaughn, but then Vaughn lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, Uriah got a little excited there, trying to throw that outlet pass too far down the floor and up the floor. Lucky to get it back there.
Pirates with it. Robinson to Duvall out front. Back to Robinson. Back to Duvall. Working hard to get it inside to Heathington. Now Robinson spins, hangs, shoots, misses. Rebound to Heathington. Actually went off of Robinson's hands right to Uriah Heathington, who puts it in. And it's 43-15, back-to-back dunks.
If you like dunks, Alumni Arena is the place to be. Nice job, T.T. Nice job shooting the gap there.
T.T. Hall over the scorer's table, breaking up that pass, looking for the steal.
Click on all cylinders here.
Looks like a finely tuned machine for at least the first 15 minutes of this contest. Valines, baseline against Duvall. He's going to turn around, jumper. Had enough time to think about it.
Yeah, Wingate's got some guys that can make shots. I mean, they got some skilled players, but the way Armstrong's trapping is taking them out of all their rhythm.
Valines
some nice players.
Now has 8. And Tolbert puts it on the floor, drives, hangs, shoots, misses. Tipped by Heathington, no good. Heathington saves it right to Gabe Robinson. Tolbert to Robinson. Now Coach Burkhammer wants a new play. Robinson dribbles right, looks inside, now kicks it off to Tolbert for 3. Good.
That's that Detroit cut. The guard dribbles down to the wing, and the wing loops up underneath the 2 screens from the post players, and he's wide open there. Wingate's not doing a very good job of guarding that cut at all.
5 3-pointers for Tolbert in this half as Valines dribbles it off his own foot.
They're sped up. They're sped up. They haven't seen defense like this yet.
Heathington gets the easy steal, and Tolbert has 18 points here in the first half. The Pirates lead it by almost 30. It's a 29-point lead.
And with Duvall and Heathington in the game here, so developing a lot of depth here, we can extend leads with our bench in the game here. Good sign.
Calvin Wilson, Brian Moultrie back into the game, as is Zach Corliss.
Now Robinson's got 2 fouls again now. Is he in foul trouble again?
That is in 2 fouls on Robinson.
Yeah, he can't stay out of foul trouble.
And Parker Hayden will check in the next dead ball as Wingate has it. We're under 4 to play here in the first half. Maddox over to Vaughn for 3, no good. Rebound, Tolbert.
Nice rebound from Dwight.
Tolbert brings it up. Bounce pass inside for Moultrie, puts it up and scores. Good ball control by Moultrie.
Good entry pass from Tolbert from a tough angle there.
And Moultrie now has 6, coming off of his career-high performance last night.
Nice job trapping that ball screen.
Maddox
rotate now. They're clicking now. Wingate's
stolen by Moultrie. On the run. Tolbert for 3. Oh, no good. Rebound Maddox. That looked good. 2-on-2 break. Pull up at the elbow. Shot is good for Staley.
They got shooters. They got shooters.
T.T. Hall in transition for 3. Too short, no good. Rebound Maddox.
Too quick.
Again, nice pass for Maddox. He lays it for Vaughn. Now Wingate's starting to get a little bit of rhythm here.
Yeah, too quick there. If T.T.'s shot been shooting the ball a little better, that would probably been a good shot, but he's struggling. That's a little too quick.
Zach Corliss for 3. Good. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the year.
And he caught that rhythm off the dribble drive motion. He knew he was going to shoot that when he caught it. Nice job.
Maddox loses Corliss, and foul. Coles is fouled by Wilson. Really, Wilson had no other choice.
Yeah, Calvin said, "You're not getting a dunk on me, buddy. You're not getting that."
So Coles to the line for 2 more free throws. 2:28 to go until halftime.
What's the Alumni Arena record for points for the Pirates in the first half? There's a trivia question for you. We're on pace, I think.
First free throw by Coles is no good. Parker Hayden in for the Pirates. Bradley Van Staldenen in for Wingate. I don't know if I'm going to try and pull up the media guy. That didn't work so well yesterday on this computer. We'll try. We'll research that at halftime.
Yeah,
how about that?
Halftime research. Like you don't have enough to do at halftime, Chad. Something else for you.
Cole's second free throw good. So Coles makes 1 of 2. And Johnson back in for Wingate.
Pirates up 29.
51 to 22. Corliss guarded by Vaughn. Brings it across the timeline. Dribbles right. Loses the ball, gets it back. Hands off to T.T. Hall. And a timeout by Coach Burkhammer. Good 30-second timeout.
Good coaching there by Coach B there. Out of sync, about to turn it over. Good timeout.
2:11 to go. It's been all Pirates as Armstrong Atlantic is hitting 54.3% from the floor and 7 of 16 from three-point range. And they're out rebounding the Bulldogs 21 to 14.
14 assists is also a key stat. Everybody's in rhythm. Everybody's sharing the ball. That's good team basketball. And when you score 51 points in a half, you're not playing individual basketball. It's going to come off team ball and making the extra pass, and the Pirates are doing that.
14 assists, 5 turnovers. That's nearly a 3 assist-to-turnover ratio, which is excellent by any standards. Corliss has stolen, had his pocket picked by Vaughn, who puts it in.
The freshman on freshman there. Vaughn won that battle. The freshman from McDonough, Georgia, Henry County High School.
Corliss again against Vaughn, all the way in, kicks it off to Wilson. Wilson looking inside. Jump stop, lays it up, misses the layup. Rebound comes down to Wingate. Maddox on the run. Kicks it off to Vaughn for 3. No good. Rebound, Wilson. Wilson wants to run. And loses it out of bounds, but it was deflected by the Bulldogs.
Instead of upscreen, they out of bounds here. Line across, upscreen from Moultrie. They're trapping.
Man, Moultrie gets fouled. Maddox a little too aggressive as they tried to trap the post player with the ball right out of bounds play. But Moultrie will go to the line for 2 free throws, or excuse me, for 1 and 1. That will be the 8th team foul on the Bulldogs, and that is Maddox's 2nd foul. So he will take a seat on the bench. Moultrie misses the free throw. Rebound comes down to Wingate. Vaughn looks to Van Stolden, and his shot is no good, gets his own miss. Out to Vaughn. Now Smith for 3. That's no good. Rebound Wilson, but Wilson saved it right to Smith. Three-pointer by Johnson, no good. Moultrie gets the rebound. Wilson hands off to T.T. Hall. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Hall kicks it off to Wilson. Wilson in the paint. Shot is up. Double clutch the shot. It's no good.
Yeah, shoot the first one there, Carey. You don't have to double clutch that. Rise up over.
Rebound Johnson. Staley over to Johnson, and ball goes out of bounds. Stays with the Bulldogs. 24 on the shot clock. 42.2 seconds on the game clock. Pirates trap. T.T. Hall almost gets a steal.
Nice hands by Jackson there.
Almost knocked out the computer.
Nice hands by Jackson. Play of the day.
But it stays with the Bulldogs. 22 seconds now on the shot clock. Again, the Pirates trap. Vaughn gets out of danger. Nice bounce pass for Van Stolden, who lays it up and in. Pirates will have the last shot here. Corliss, guarded by Smith. 20 on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Wilson to Moultrie, who puts it up and in.
Nice drive by Calvin and Brian working together again. Those 4s and 5s really working well today, whether it's Duval or Heathington or Wilson or Moultrie.
3 seconds left. And the off-balance 3, no good by Staley. And the Pirates go into halftime with a commanding 53-26 lead. We'll come back with a look at the first half stats, bring you the second half of action. You're listening to Power Basketball. Chad Jackson back with you here at Alumni Arena, where Armstrong Atlantic leads Wingate 53-26. Here's a look at the first half stats. First for the visiting Bulldogs, 11 of 31 from the floor, that's 35.5%, and just 1 of 8 from three-point range for 12.5%. Bulldogs got to the line just 5 times in the first half, 3 of 5 for 60% for 26 points. Kenny Valines leads the way for Wingate with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Wingate turned it over 12 times in the first half and grabbed 19 rebounds. For Armstrong Atlantic, 20 of 38 from the floor, that is 52.6%, 7 of 16 from three-point range, 43.8%, and 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Dwight Tolbert, 6 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 8 from three-point range for an 18-point outburst in the first half. Leads all players. He's the only player for either team in double figures. Brian Moultrie with 8 points as well. Pirates out-rebounded the Bulldogs 24-19. But Joel, perhaps the most impressive number, the 15 assists compared to just 6 turnovers.
Right, without a doubt.
And 9 steals for the Pirates.
That's a sign of playing team ball, and everything's clicking on all cylinders, taking care of the basketball and making the extra pass.
Again, the Pirates will break for New Year's and return to action here at Alumni Arena a week from tomorrow. Wednesday, January 7th, the Pirates take on Georgia Southwestern State. 5:30 p.m. for the women, 7:30 p.m. for the men, and we will bring that action to you here on your official home for Armstrong Atlantic State Athletics, ASUPirates.com. It will be Wingate basketball to begin the second half, and if you're Wingate, Joel, you want to try and start playing this game in a series of minutes. You want to win the first 5 minutes, then you want to win the next 5 minutes. You want to try and slowly creep back into this one.
Yeah, try to get under 20 at the 15-minute mark. Try to get under 15, 12 at the 10-minute mark. Try to slowly claw your way back in. Armstrong's going to keep the pedal to the metal here. Keep doing what they did to be successful, making the extra pass and being unselfish and good pressure defense and flying around.
Starting 5 on the floor for both teams as we begin the second half. Maddox, Davis, Johnson, Vaughn, and Valines for the Bulldogs.
Get the 1-1-3 amoeba zone starting out for Armstrong, and Gabe gets the steal. Went zone there.
Robinson gets the bucket and draws the foul, and quickly another steal and another bucket in transition for the Pirates.
Yeah, they came out in their 11 defense. Coach Burkhammer calls their 1-1-3 zone. The guard tandem of Hall and Robinson. Robinson got the steal.
So Gabriel Robinson will try and complete the three-point play
to put the Pirates up 30.
5 points, 5 assists for Robinson. He misses the free throw. Valines gets the rebound. And Wingate gets it ahead.
Back to man-to-man.
To Davis. Now inside, Valines on Moultrie. Turnaround jumper might have been partially blocked. Moultrie gets the rebound for the Pirates. He's trapped and throws it out of bounds off of Valines.
Yeah, he threw that with his left hand. He should have thrown that with his right hand. That pass wouldn't have been deflected. Luckily, it went out of bounds. The Pirates get the ball back. And Wingate starts out man-to-man.
Brings it to the right side, working on Maddox, looking inside. Now back out to Tolbert. Dangerous pass, but Tolbert picked it up. Moultrie drives the baseline, and a jump ball. The shot blocked. It will stay with the Pirates.
Yeah, he exposed that ball too early to let Johnson get a hand on it there for the tie ball up there. Bulls are going to do a better job shielding the basketball.
Pirates maintain possession. Moultrie back in, kicks it out to Robinson. Nice underhand pass to Wilson. Wilson's fouled as he was going in for the dunk.
He went in for the one-handed dunk, lost the ball. If he went in for the two-hand dunk, he still could have controlled that and finished that.
So Calvin Wilson to the line. He has 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists in a good first half of action. The senior from Bartow, Florida. First free throw is no good.
It's a good shot, though. It's a good shot.
Second free throw, no good. He overcorrected. Shot it short, and Wingate comes away with it. Davis over to Vaughn. Now Maddox will get it back. Ball Deflected.
The long arm Moultrie.
Johnson had his pass deflected. Now another deflection by Hall, but the Bulldogs continue. Even when they're not getting turnovers, Joel, they're altering passes.
Using their length and being active.
6 on the shot clock. And finally a three-pointer is no good by Davis. Rebound comes down to T.T. Hall. Here come the Pirates. Good defensive possession for the Pirates. Robinson in the paint. Shot is no good. There's Moultrie for the rebound. Moultrie out to Wilson. To Tolbert for 3. Good.
And he's feeling it. Nice extra pass by Wilson there. Nice extra pass.
Tolbert ties his career high set just last week. 6 3-pointers. In a game, he's got 21 points, and the lead is 58-26. Maddox, ball deflected, steal for Calvin Wilson. Read that pass beautifully. Tolbert for 3, no good, in and out. Looked good when it left his hand, but...
Yeah, they better find him in transition. They haven't found him yet.
Turnaround jumper by Vaughn is no good. Rebound, Tolbert. Tolbert over to Robinson. Robinson all the way to the hoop. Puts it off the side of the backboard, though. Valines gets the rebound.
Wingate yet to score. What would they got, a three-pointer this half? 3 points?
No points.
No points.
26. Short on the long 2 by Davis, and we're going to get a couple of subs in for the Bulldogs. Staley and Smith check in for the Bulldogs. 58-26. Pirates have 5 points this half on the 3 by Tolbert and the 2 by Robinson. Wilson to Tolbert, looking inside now. Moultrie out to Robinson. 15 on the shot clock. T.T. Hall baseline. Bounce pass to Moultrie. Moultrie puts it on the floor, puts it up. No foul called. And a rebound for Johnson.
Wow, he got hacked.
Maddox hands off to Smith. Smith all the way in. Offensive foul as Robinson comes in and takes the charge.
Yeah, Gabe does a good job giving his body up and getting in good position, getting in the gap and taking charges. Good team defense.
Uriah Heathington comes in for Brian Moultrie. Moultrie 8 points, 5 rebounds after his 23-19 output yesterday. But to be honest, the Pirates haven't needed him much in this game with the scoring output of Tolbert. Tolbert gets out of danger and then traveled.
Yeah, Dwight had Calvin open and on the reversal pass and didn't hesitate on it. Then when he was trying to throw it, it was too late. That was just a bad possession there. Dwight kind of a little out of sync there.
Wingate has it. Maddox out to Johnson, guarded by Wilson.
Wingate running the flex here.
Looking inside for Valines. Valines against Heathington, who just checked in. Valines shot is up, no good. Rebound, Calvin Wilson. Here come the Pirates.
Yeah, Wingate's not crashing the offensive glass at all.
Tolbert for 3, good.
Good looking, really. They're not finding him in transition. He's getting transition threes over and over again. If they're not going to guard him, we'll take it.
7 3-pointers for Tolbert. That is the most 3-pointers in a game in a while. The high of 6. Several players have had 6. Jamal Galloway had 6 many times in his career.
And a great Mick Jordan.
As there's another steal. This time T.T. Hall read the skip pass. 12th steal for the Pirates. T.T. Hall off the glass, good.
Nice strong take by T.T. You got to take T.T.'s right hand away. You let him go right, he'll kill you. You got to take his right hand away.
64-26, all Pirates. And the Pirates, as we said, as another steal. T.T. Hall, active hands.
The length of the Armstrong Pirates.
Calvin Johnson on the alley-oop for the slam.
Nice assist from Dwight. Dwight could easily shot that, but he made the extra pass for Calvin. And if you like dunks, Alumni Arena is the place to be.
Second for Wilson in this game, and it is now a 40-point lead for the Pirates. We talked, and another steal by Wilson. This could be showtime.
No.
Oh, he took a little something off of it. And it is all smiles in the Pirate crowd today as they are taking it to the Bulldogs.
Oh, switching out on that. They're just aware of what's going on, switching out on screens.
Backcourt violation as Smith could not handle it, and immediate timeout on the floor. Wingate, we talked about them winning the first 5 minutes. They have scored 0 points in these first 5 minutes, and the Pirates lead at 65-26.
Yeah, Coach Good wasn't expecting to come out 12-0 here the second half as well. So.
We'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Basketball. Chad Jackson with Joel LeCurve back with you here at Alumni Arena, where Armstrong Atlantic has the basketball after the media timeout. 14-0 Pirates on a run to open up this second half, the first 5 minutes, and they have the basketball. Calvin Wilson with it, looking inside, now backs it out. Gives it to Robinson. Robinson bounce pass to Heavington. Ball's deflected as he goes up.
Never caught it. Wow.
And then back the other way. Staley can't handle the bounce pass in transition, and he loses it out of bounds. 20th turnover for Wingate. They have turned it over now 8 times in the first 6 minutes of this game, of this half. Robinson brings it up against Maddox.
Double high ball screen here.
And a 10-second violation on the Pirates. Just a lapse of concentration there. He had plenty of time to bring it across the timeline.
I think he was going by the shot clock, and the shot clock was early. No, that wasn't 10. He wasn't counting. Coach Burke was saying you weren't counting, and he wasn't counting.
So Wingate has it. Coles guarded by Wilson over to Maddox.
Open post motion here from Wingate.
Maddox, shot blocked by Gabriel Robinson. T.T. Hall gets the rebound. Hall on the run. All the way in, lays it up, misses the layup, but there's Calvin Wilson with the rebound and the finish.
Wingate's not getting back in transition at all.
And then back the other way, Smith lays it up and in. Tolbert has it. Kicks it off to Hall. He'll put up a three-pointer. That's long, no good. Rebound, tipped, and Maddox comes away with it.
TT's off.
And then pass too far in front of Staley, so he brings it back. Van Staldenen shot no good. Rebound Wilson. Pirates on the run, 3-on-2 break. Hall for three. Finally gets one to go.
Maybe that get him going there.
And he's in double figures now with 10. 71-28. Pirates all over the Bulldogs. Three-pointer by Coles is good.
And then mismatch. Calvin missed his guy. They had matchup problems. They didn't get matched up. The cost of a three.
Just the second three-pointer for Wingate here this afternoon. Tolbert into the corner with it. Drives. Kicks it off to Calvin Wilson for three. That's no good. Rebound Maddox. Maddox over to Staley. Somebody's open. Now they'll bring it back out to Maddox. Smith in the paint. Shot up. No good. Rebound comes down to Wilson. Wilson on the run. All the way in. Lays it up. Scores.
Nice strong move. took the bump and got the finish.
And Van Staldenen comes up limping a little bit. He took the brunt of that contact with Wilson.
And Calvin's ball handling's improved a lot from last year to this year. We did a lot of that in the offseason. That helped him out playing the 4. He's going to be able to handle it a little bit. A lot much more effective this year.
Tommy Coles came into this game 2 of 10 from three-point range. He's hit 2 of 2. And then high off the glass, Gabriel Robinson puts it up in. And the Pirates are going to get a 30-second timeout and bring in 5 new players.
Yeah, Wingate's not getting back in transition. Almost looks like they've gave up.
They're 76-34. This one, and we thought, Joel, seriously, we thought beginning of the game this would be our closest game of this tournament because we had a 12-point win by the Pirates last night over West Virginia Wesleyan, an 8-point game with Georgia College and Wingate.
Right.
And then earlier today, Georgia College with a 15-point win over West Virginia Wesleyan. We thought this one was going to go down the wire.
Yeah, the Armstrong-Wingate series, this is by far the most lopsided game.
Karan McKenzie, Chris Van Landingham, Blake Jones, Brian Moultrie, and Marquise Duval into the game for the Pirates. As Wingate has it, like to get Brian Moultrie some points and rebounds here, maybe get him back to another double-double. 76-34, Pirates lead. Wingate swings it around the perimeter. Smith to Van Staldenen. Now Vaughn has it. 13 on the shot clock. Vaughn kicks it off. Van Staldenen. Back out to Vaughn. Vaughn drives, hangs, shoots. Floater's good.
Nice move from the freshman from McDonough, Georgia.
Vaughn has 6. And it's back to a 40-point lead. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Staley. It stays with Armstrong. Jones will inbound it from right in front of his own bench. Jones.
Oh, McKenzie.
Out to McKenzie. Bounce pass to Moultrie, who puts it up and in.
He tried catching it quick to dunk it, bob it a little bit, just had to lay it in.
So Moultrie, the 4th Pirate player in double figures, 78-36, 10:23 to go in this ball game.
In their zone here, in their 11 zone here.
Vaughn over to Smith. Cole's baseline. Inside of Van Staldenen, he lost it out of bounds. They will say it was off of a Pirate player. Vaughn to inbound it. 17 on the shot clock for Wingate. Staley to go back into Van Staldenen, guarded by McKenzie. Kick it off to Vaughn. Vaughn in the paint, dribbles through traffic. Smith for a long-range 3 is good.
Nice shot from Smith there. They got some nice players if you let them do what they want to do with Armstrong's pressure defense, and Armstrong's athletic ability and length has really taken them out of their game.
Wingate now with a trio of 3-pointers here in the second half. Inside, Moultrie puts it on the floor, kicks it off to McKenzie. Back inside to Moultrie. Moultrie out to Van Landingham. He'll go in, jump stop, pass to Moultrie. Picks it up off the floor, puts it up and in. Good, strong
nice patience
move.
From Brian. Yeah, nice patience from Brian. Nice little drop off from Van Landingham. And nice post entry from McKenzie to get that possession started.
3-pointer by Smith is no good. Rebound McKenzie. McKenzie to Duval. Now McKenzie at the elbow. Shot is good.
That's that little butt pick they run out of their open post motion offense. Marquise with a nice little butt pick to free McKenzie.
Comfortable spot on the floor for Karan, too.
Right.
He's money from there and then on the wing with the 3-pointers. At least from what I've seen so far this season, Joel, he's probably the best pure shooter on this team right now.
Without a doubt. No question about it.
Vaughn for 3 is no good. Rebound Moultrie. Blake Jones will bring it up. 8:38 to go. It's 82-39. Duval drives all the way in. Again to Moultrie, who lays it up and in.
It all starts from that screen. You pass it to the guy, then you act like you cut through and you stop. It's an illegal screen, but they don't ever call it. Nice execution. Blake Jones with a good screen.
Smith with it. Over to Vaughn. Now Staley thought about it. Now Coles with the little baseline fadeaway, no good. Rebound Duval. Jones on the run all the way up, puts it up, and can't get it to go, but it'll go to the line.
Nice move from Blake.
Two.
So we knocked these free throws down.
And a media timeout on the floor. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Pirates way out in front. It's 84-39. Chad Jackson with Joel LaCurve back with you here at Alumni Arena. Sophomore Blake Jones to the line for the Pirates to shoot 2 free throws. The Georgia Southern transfer just 2 of 5 from the line this season. A Calvary Day School product. Sights, shoots, and hits. Second free throw from Jones. Up and in.
Hi, boy, Blake.
(86-39), Pirates with the lead. Wingate got a couple of subs in at that dead ball. Number 25, Michael Bilal into the game. Shot no good. Rebound Van Landingham. Also number 30, Sam Mushman into the game. Jones with it, guarded by Smith. Over to McKenzie for 3. It's
nice
good.
Stroke. Nice stroke.
Karan McKenzie with a three-pointer. 89-39. 7:11 to go. Bilal to Vaughn, gets it back from him. Inside, Mushman, outside Vaughn, in the corner for Smith. Ball's deflected. Chris Van Landingham gets it ahead to Blake Jones. Jones behind the back pass to Moultrie. Moultrie's got caught. He tried to
get it caught in between, tried dunking it, and then realized the guy was in front of him trying to lay it and hit the back of the rim.
Yep, finger roll no good for Coles, and a rebounding foul on the Pirates after Coles' miss. But talk about this place erupting. Had Moultrie gotten that one to fall.
Nice behind the back lead from Jones.
And now Brian Moultrie is going to take a seat. Parker Hayden will check in. 6:39 to go. Wingate inbounds it. Coles gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn for 3, no good. Rebound Karan McKenzie. McKenzie brings it up against Vaughn. Hands off to Blake Jones. Jones spins, drives. Out to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Jones. 13 on the shot clock. Duval in traffic. Kicks it out. Good ball rotation, but somebody's got to take a shot. 5 on the shot clock. Van Landingham Up off the glass, good.
Nice move from Van Land. That's his move. Wants to go left to right hand, hesitation, lean on you and try to get a little space there. Nice move from Chris.
91-39, 5:50 to go. And the only two Pirates who haven't scored so far today are on the floor, Blake Jones and Parker Hayden.
Blake Jones goes 2 free throws. Blake Jones hits 2
okay,
free
it is.
throws.
So Parker Hayden, the only player not to score.
Pirates up 50.
Pull-up shot jumper by Smith is good, and then a steal by Wingate and the bucket, and then another steal and another bucket. Calvin Wilson up off the bench. He's the one that's screaming at his teammates, not the coaches. Van Landingham on the run, kicks it off to Parker Hayden for 3. Too long, no good.
He got a little excited there.
And a rebounding foul on Marquise Duval. Well, that was a 6-point swing right there for Wingate, but unfortunately for them, they still trail by 46. It's 91-45. We have 5 minutes left in the ball game. Smith out front to Vaughn. Inside. Coles posts up McKenzie, and McKenzie fouls him. Cron McKenzie will send Coles to the line, and Coles, with a couple of free throws here, can be the first Bulldog player to reach double figures. He has 9 points, 4 rebounds. He is 3 of 4 from the line. The rest of the Bulldog team is 0 for 1 collectively from the free throw line. Cole's first free throw, good. Another sub for Wingate as number 10, Phil Jacobson, checks in. A junior from Washington, New Jersey. Coles is now in double figures for the Bulldogs. Second free throw. Good as well. Duval brings it into Van Landingham. Back to Duval. Back to Van Landingham, and they'll bring it up. Parker Hayden with it in the corner. Looking inside for Duval. Lob it in. Duval spins, shoots, misses off the side of the backboard. Rebound comes down to Bilal. Now Coles has it. Spots up for 2, no good. Rebound, Vaughn. Vaughn shot is up, no good, but he's fouled.
Come on. Keep playing here, Armstrong. Let's go. Getting a little lackadaisical. Patrick set the check in here.
Patrick Shapika at the table. As number 34, Jamie Vaughn, to the free throw line. His first free throw is no good. And Shapika will come in for Karan McKenzie. .4:12 to go. Very clean second half. Just 4 team fouls for either team. As Parker Hayden, good job boxing out, gets the rebound on the missed free throw. Van Landingham to Hayden. Over to Jones, looking inside for Duval. And a carry on Blake Jones. Just the 11th turnover for the Pirates. They turned it over just 11 times last night in the win over West Virginia Wesleyan. 3:50 to go. Pirates have been stuck on 91 for a little while here. Ball deflected and a foul as Duval goes over the back of Mushman. Pirates have actually not scored in the last 3 minutes. It was 91-39 at the 6:32 mark. Ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. Mushman to Vaughn. Now Jacobson back to Vaughn. Looking inside, Mushman on Duval and steps out of bounds. Duvall inbounds to Shapika. Shapika brings it up all the way in, over to Van Landingham. Reverse layup is good.
Nice play by Patrick. Good hard jump, stopping the bounce pass.
And then back the other way, Vaughn with the finger roll. Vaughn's impressive for a freshman.
Yeah,
there's some building blocks there for the Bulldogs. If they can just really, Joel, just kind of keep control of the basketball, not get flustered, as again Blake Jones carries the ball. And Zach Corliss is going to come in for Jones. Jones commits a pair of turnovers. 93-49.
Tough calls there on Blake there.
Vaughn now has 10 for the Bulldogs. Shot no good by Mushman, but the offensive rebound for Jacobson. Now Mushman spins, hangs, shoots. One-hander, it's good. 93-51. Back the other way, Shapika goes in. He's fouled. So Shapika can get into the scoring column with he'll have a couple of free throws here. Again, a reminder that the Pirates go on the road Monday as they visit North Georgia for a Peach Ball Conference doubleheader, and then we'll be back with you here on Wednesday, the 7th of January in the new year. Armstrong Atlantic will take on Georgia Southwestern in a 5:30, 7:30 women's-men's doubleheader. Patrick Shapika makes both free throws. He's in the scoring column. It's 95-51. Vaughn, guarded by Corliss, backs it out. Now drives, kicks it off to Mushman. Mushman drives, kicks it off to Bilal. Now Vaughn for a long two, no good. Rebound Duvall, and it's out of bounds. Mushman and Duvall battling, and Mushman was out of bounds when he had hold of the ball.
Mushman playing with a lot of energy for Wingate off the bench here.
Long pass to Van Landingham. Van Landingham all the way in, lays it up, scores. Tell you what, Van Landingham, for a true freshman, very heady with the basketball, driving to the basket.
You don't lead the state of North Carolina scoring on accident. He knows how to score the basketball.
Coles drives on Shapika, kicks it off to Vaughn for three. That's good. Vaughn's got
Dandy.
13. Shapika brings it up. Over to Van Landingham. Back to Shapika. Shapika goes in for the layup, and he's fouled.
The Patrick Shapika and Van Landingham working well together, doing a good job using their body on the dribble drives. See if we can't get 100 here. What do you say?
Last time that the Pirates scored 100 points here at Alumni Arena was Saturday, November 22nd, taking you back in time here, Joel, 2003, as the Pirates defeated Clark Atlanta 112-65. Incidentally, that also is
Coach Burkhammer's first year or second year?
That was the second year for Coach Burkhammer. It's also the most points scored by an Armstrong Atlantic team at Alumni Arena. Shapika misses both free throws, but gets his own rebound and then puts it up and in.
Well, Van Landingham banged it off the glass to keep it alive there. Good heady play by Chris.
99-54. Pirates on the verge of 100 points for the second time this season. Of course, the Pirates had 125 against Temple Baptist back on November 29th in Charleston, West Virginia, in a game that set a Peach Bowl Conference record for the largest scoring margin in league history. 1:19 to go. Bounce pass into Mushman. Mushman goes up. Shot is blocked, but he's fouled. Sam Mushman, a freshman from Hackettstown, New Jersey, to the line. He'll have two free throws. First free throw, no good. Second free throw, Mushman, good. 99-55. Shapika has it. Brings it across. Kicks it off to Parker Hayden for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Jacobson, trying desperately to get Hayden that three-pointer. Mushman goes in, lays it up, misses the layup, but he's fouled. 55.6 seconds left.
One point away from 100 here.
1 point away from 100. That's really the only drama left in this one. As really when the Pirates opened up the second half on that 14-0 run.
Shut the deal, seal the deal, nail in the coffin.
As Mushman makes the first free throw. And the Pirates have the momentum they really wanted going into the rest of Peach Bowl Conference play, which starts on Monday. Second free throw, no good. Van Landingham has it for the Pirates. Loses it, and it's stolen by Vaughn. Vaughn on the run. Pulls up, shot no good. Rebound Shapika. Shapika on the run. 3-on-1 break. Shapika bounce pass to Duvall. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled. There was a reason he could not finish as he was fouled by Jacobson. And Duvall will go to the line for two free throws. Try and put this one over 100. First free throw, no good.
Pressure free throw here from Duvall.
Pressure free throw right here. This is to get to 100. The whole team wants it. The crowd wants it. Second free throw, no good. Rebound Duvall, who puts it in with a dunk. They didn't block out the free throw shooter, and Duvall gets the dunk, and the Pirates have 100. It's 101-56. Vaughn goes in, finger roll no good. Duvall gets the rebound.
No shot. No shot here, no shot.
And Corliss will bring it across the timeline, and the Pirates will run out the clock on a 101-56 victory over the Wingate Bulldogs. As we await head coach Jeff Burkhammer, we'd like to wish you all a happy New Year's, as we will next talk to you on Wednesday as the Pirates take on Georgia Southwestern State from here at Alumni Arena. Chad Jackson with head coach Jeff Burkhammer, and Jeff came out very well defensively in that start and really never let up. Talk about your defensive effort today.
Well, we really wanted to get out and be active early, trap early. One of the things we noticed on the scout report was they hadn't handled the ball real well. They turned the ball over some. We wanted to make them have to make decisions with the ball, and I thought our guys were very active. We got our hands on a lot of passes, got deflections, and those deflections ran to easy baskets.
Even though you weren't getting the turnovers, you were really affecting Wingate's rhythm offensively. They were never really able to get into any sort of offensive rhythmically.
Yeah, we really didn't let them run their stuff, and they run really good stuff. And because of our traps, I think that kind of took them out of it. Our activity defensively, I thought, was a difference in the game.
Second straight game you're having me go to the record book. Dwight Tolbert with 7 3-pointers, 24 points. Talk about his effort tonight.
He shot the ball real well. We've been kind of waiting on him to have a bust-out game. Shot the ball great tonight. You know, a guy that hadn't played last year usually takes him a few games, and hopefully this is the game that kind of pushes him into the league, into league play in January. That really help us down the stretch.
Monday starts 18 straight Peach Belt Conference games. Is this the kind of momentum you were looking for in this tournament to go into Peach Belt play?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we got a tough week in front of us. We got to go to North Georgia. It's a long trip, and they're a good team. Come back home and have Georgia Southwestern, and then go on the road again on Saturday to Augusta. So it's a tough week. Hopefully we can use this to get us a little bit of momentum and go play well on the road.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Happy New Year. Armstrong Atlantic picks up the 101-56 victory over Wingate to conclude the 2008 Spring Hill Suites Midtown New Year's Classic. Fans, we will talk to you a week from tomorrow on a Wednesday as Armstrong Atlantic takes on Georgia Southwestern State, 5:30 for the women, 7:30 for the men. For Jeff Burkhammer, Joel LeCurve, Chad Jackson saying good evening from Alumni Arena.